Hello everyone and welcome to this, what could be final game in this best of 7 matchup between Mr. Yo and TaToH in the Realms mod tournament. This is the battle for 3rd place. We'll be having the finals coming up next week. This particular match is on Yucatan. If by chance Mr. Yo wins this game, then we'll be going on to the last game, which is Migration. But he'll have to best TaToH in this matchup. What are the civilizations for this game? Just an Aztecs versus Mongols matchup. Nothing particularly different about it. So players are able to choose their civilizations. They can choose some pretty crazy ones, but in this case they've chosen some very traditional civilizations. So the Mongols, why are they good on Yucatan? There's tons of extra hunt on this map. Their hunt, of course, collects 50% faster, which is insane. So that'll be a great bonus for TaToH. There's plenty of deer, as you can see here, plenty of boar. Aztecs also have a pretty good economy, with their villagers able to carry more. That helps out in a lot of respects. In a very good 1 versus 1 civilization in general. You have enough food for the 5 militia Dark Age rush, or 5 men-at-arm rush that the Aztecs are kind of famous for. Therefore, they're a pretty good civilization. This particular version of Yucatan has a river running through the middle with 4 choke points. And some nice shore fish in the middle if you do choose to, I don't know, build these deer or something along those lines. A lot of gold on the map, a lot of stone, a lot of extra resources. I like that the players are kind of closer to each other as opposed to farther away. I think this should be a pretty good map. I really like this map. And we have a rematch, as I just described every detail of the map. So there we go. So let's back out for now. And have a little fun here and look at some of these other civilizations, actually. So they'll be starting in a few minutes. Look at how many civilizations we have. Armenians. Oh, the game's starting already. All right. 10 wood, a minute. So this civilization gets a trickle, gets armor on their monks. Armor on their knights. The Balts, cavalry move faster, buildings line of sight. Knights cost less. The Bumars. You get free food when you complete farms. Pretty crazy bonuses. Scorpions plus 15 attack versus buildings, interesting. Bulgars. Can create cows from the town center, are you kidding me? Wow. Pretty crazy stuff. Burgundians. I don't even know what that means. Drop sites work 2 times faster. Like, I guess they research their text faster. And access up to 3 other unique units. I didn't even know what that means, but that sounds crazy. Alright, so the game will start in another minute. So is there's a Viper versus Doubt best of 21 coming up? That's pretty cool. I assume the Viper will be streaming that. I hope he will. I could host him afterwards. Yeah, a lot of streamers will be having that. T90's going to be... T90 and the Viper are going to be streaming that. Let me know who you'd prefer me to host. I could host them. Hello everyone, and welcome to this, what could be final game between TaToH and Mr. Yo. TaToH has to win 1 more game in order to be considered 3rd place in this Realms mod tournament. And Mr. Yo will have to win 2 games. If he does win this game, then he will move on to play TaToH in the last map, which will be Migration. But this map is Yucatan. We have 1 river coming through the middle. Very, very small choke points on this one. Larger choke point here, so we have a total of 3 choke points. Yep. Yucatan, you have plenty of food on the map. Players have access to all 41 civilizations given by the Realms mod, and They have chosen some traditional civilizations in the Aztecs and Mongols. Aztecs with a great economy. They're a great 5 militia rush, 5 men-at-arms rush that they're able to do in the early game. And a good eco bonus with their villagers carrying +5 food. So a very solid pick. And TaToH playing as the Mongols. There's one reason you like the Mongols on Yucatan, and that's for the hunt bonus. So all these extra deer will be collected that much faster. Wow, those are very close to the town center. That's a great bonus for TaToH. Gonna not want those berries for a while. Sallowthorn bush. I have no clue what that is. Is that a fruit? Is that a berry? I have no clue. But yeah, so this could be the final match. This has been the Realms Mod tournament. Tournament administered by Death Counter. Apparently this mod has been around for quite some time. It's been around since before the expansions, I believe. It incorporates the Forgotten Empires civilizations, and afterwards adds new civilizations. However, it does keep up with the new balance changes to the old civilizations. So these are, in fact, the Age of Raja's Aztecs and the Age of Raja's Mongols. Small differences there. And yeah, I might be able to cast some more of these games later. The finals will be between Bacti and Doubt, which will be next week, and stream next week. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm streaming this on Sunday morning, around, 14 GMT, so if you want to join us Sunday morning, you can join us then. Typical players do a pretty typical build. 4 villagers on wood for the Aztecs, 3 villagers for Mongols. Typical. These deer are so good that, in fact, TaToH is probably going to mill them. But watch out for this guy, though. Yeah, that's just so much food for TaToH. He could go for a fast castle on a ridiculously low population. Go for a scout rush and then still go up to the castle age really quick. All that extra food. I wonder what Mr. Yo's gonna do, though. That's, I think, a little more interesting. As he has to be a little more strategic. If he makes a wrong decision, that could certainly backfire. He's gonna go out to those deer. Just like his opponent. And we'll see if he's going to go with that men-at-arms rush with maybe some militia and a fast castle. Obviously, these choke points are pretty easy to wall, so I wouldn't be surprised to see players walling them. And I assume that's... maybe this villager just wants that board, though. So we'll keep an eye out if these players decide to wall. If I was TaToH, I mean, with these walls, I would just wall and fast castle, to be honest. With TaToH, though, you can probably do a scout rush and fast castle. That would probably be the safest option. Maybe I would do that, in fact. Why take any risks when you don't have to? When you can do both. Build coming up on these here. And barracks coming up from Mr. Yo. So a little late for a militia rush. Maybe we see a men-at-arms rush. Oh, don't run back. Don't run back, don't run back, shoot. Villager's weak. She's gonna die! Oh, okay, she's not gonna die. These guys are pros. If it was me, that villager would have died. Well, let's take a look at player scouting. Mr. Yo has excellent scouting on his opponent, as scouted all the resources, sees the gold is kind of forward, maybe could be exposed, and this area could be punished later on in the game. Can you imagine what a siege workshop would do in this area? Wood is kind of exposed. Berries may be exposed, maybe not. TaToH, scouting. Has not really found his opponent yet. Probably he's been luring in deer with the scout. I'm not exactly sure. Plus a little HP on it. I'm actually not a fan of the Mongols architecture like some people are. Like the houses. I like when you can tell exactly what things are between every civilization. I can't really tell this is a barracks. It looks like 3 houses put together. And interestingly, some stone walls from TaToH. Kind of a shame considering that these choke points are so wallable. Why would you not want to wall there? Same thing for Mr. Yo. I suppose it saves some time. Less of a risk. And you could always wall there later. Late feudal age for Mr. Yo, though. No men-at-arms coming out. Scouts coming out from TaToH. Trying to deny this wall, but it's not really going to happen. At least it shouldn't happen. 2 barracks up for Mr. Yo. He's actually going to go to Eagle Warriors. Walls through here. Feudal age for Mr. Yo. Let's check his resources. Yeah, this is just a straight Eagle Warrior rush. I don't know how effective that would be against scouts. I don't think that would be too effective. Oh, yeah, the spearmen, and there you go, I guess. Stone walls are so ugly. Those are those are just normal stone walls. What? What's wrong with normal stone walls? Okay, still this little hole here, but the spearmen will be protecting that. A lot of gold for Mr. Yo, of course. Chieftain. Easier to wall here, but there's some jaguars. So nothing too interesting. The Yucatan's a pretty defensive map most of the time. Because you get so much food at the start, because it's easy to wall. TaToH has some nice scouting information though, some nice map control. And just his economy at home. He knows he's under no threat. The market, apparently. TaToH's resources. Look at his food count. This is all because of that extra hunt he took as a civilization. So that's why you pick Mongols on Yucatan. But you should be able to click at the next age. God, I'm gonna click on that horse. Should be able to click up the next age right about now. Mr. Yo is about, I would say, 3 minutes away from clicking up to the next age.
Okay.
Food income is not the best. He's taking 3 sheep at a time. No farms yet. And no berries. Market gonna come up now. So TaToH will have a good advantage here. He can upgrade his scouts into... I don't know if he'd upgrade into light cavalry, but he could get some upgrades on them and later make knights. So Yo's going to take a better look at TaToH's base. You can see that actually TaToH's taking a lot of stone, so he's going to go for an early castle in Mengadai. It's an interesting decision. I don't know if I agree with that. I would think why not just go into maybe knights? Go into knights, just add some town centers real quick. Castle in this area would be very useful. I question if, this could be very effective if TaToH has the map control though. Can maybe add a few knights. Wait, that gate's getting low. Don't open the gate though. He opened the gate. He opened the gate. Scouts are in. We'll be able to kill the villager. Everyone laughing now. Okay, only 1 villager down. That's not a catastrophe, but that was completely unnecessary. A lot of gold for Mr. Yo. And only getting the wood upgrade now, too. So TaToH definitely leading this game, in my opinion. Let's see where he's able to place his castle. And let's see where TaToH's stone count is. Got enough for a castle now. Gonna build it defensively. I mean, you can't really argue with that. But, with these checkpoints, might even be good to place it here. Mr. Yo is coming forward, but surely he must know that his opponent's building a castle, so I don't see what the point of that is. Not like you're going to do a ram train through the gate and then through the castle and try to compete with Mengadai. We're going to go with the monastery. Used by display by Mr. Yo. And 2 town centers for Mr. Yo. Okay, so gonna try to go with a monk rush. Monks can be effective against Mangadai. Build a siege workshop, so really going all in on this. You're gonna have to add rams though to be able to take down the castle. Has Mr. Yo not seen the castle in the stone mine? I mean, really seen the stone mine. And if it's a mangonel, it's just a completely wrong breed. Yeah, it's okay. So battering ram. No upgrades on the Mangadai, of course, yet. Hopefully Mr. Yo can pick up a few quick relics where things get heated. Yeah, double mill looks pretty good next to each other, I must say. Count centers from both players. Now Mangadai, they get an attack bonus versus Rams, so Rams not going to stand up too long. A little bit of a pause. Oh, these scouts might get taken by the... Yeah, one's gonna go down. Okay, so for now the monk's able to defend from the Mangadai. That scout's gonna try to get lucky. Yeah, gonna get lucky. Hits him down. Or play by Mr. Yo. There's not much else happening back at base. How in the world is Mr. Yo able to maintain 3 town center production without any farms? That makes no sense. Are you buying food? Where are the farms? I don't understand that at all. And what is the plan here? So we have a mangonel, a ram, against a town center, a tower, and a castle. Yeah, this makes no sense to me at all. The Buccaneer is about to be done on these Mangadai. We'll see if they are able to go after the monks. Okay, Mr. Yo, you want to start converting as soon as you can. Okay, Mr. Yo obviously was waiting for his horse collar upgrade to see any farms. But all 3 town centers are now idle. So he's going to be falling a little bit behind in the village count, maybe 10 villagers down because of that. So this palisade gate is still on fire. There's basically no HP to it. There's no defenses in this area at all. Monks are notoriously slow. This whole forward is not doing anything. And surprise! Here's those Mangadai. This was a great decision from TaToH to move out instead of going straight into the monks. The Eagle Warriors are going to come back, but they're not very strong anymore. The Mangadai have okay upgrades now. We're going to get husbandry as well. Where are the Mangadai going to go? If you can get one just in this area. I mean, the Mangadai are already pretty devastating, but if you got them here, it'd just be wow. We're going to run to the town centers, though. That's not nice. Bloodline's coming in, so maybe they can battle the Eagle Warriors better. This is already pretty devastating. No gold income for Mr. Yo. Town centers will probably still be idle in just a second here. No gate coming up. Eagle Warrior upgrade coming in at a good time, but I'm not sure if this is going to be enough. Those villagers might be dead. Accidentally hit the town center. Okay, it might be enough Eagle Warriors to deal with these Mangadai. That could have been a little bit worse, but that was still pretty bad. It's open! What? Is it because it's a diagonal gate, or...? That's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. I don't know about that. Meanwhile, on the front, I'm not surprising that kind of failed, but... Why did you do that? I don't know. Okay, fervor coming in for monks. A lot of monk techs, but I see no monks on the field. On the map. Okay, there they go. That fervor tech is pretty useless. And it looks like this game might go to TaToH. TaToH might take the 3rd place in this Realms Mod tournament. And whatever cash prize is associated with it. Here, Mr. Yo, maybe go for a quick imp to try to get the Elite Eagle Warrior upgrade. Elite Eagle Warriors can be very effective against Mengadai. That's going to be a poor fight for Mr. Yo. Remember when Yo was good at 1v1s and would make these kind of plays. Yeah. Teach Workshop. Diagonal gates can't be fixed. I don't know why that is. I guess Mr. Yo's gonna try this push one more time with the Rams, but the economy is so bad that I'm not really able to sustain too much. Mengadai gonna go in through a little palisade wall right there. Villager count somehow in Mr. Yo's favor, though. Very surprising. And ballistics coming in from TaToH. More upgrades coming in. TaToH's got to be close to going into the next age, right? Not too far. Got a lot of farms down. Okay, let's take a really hard look at where we're at this game. Villager numbers, 5 in the lead for Mr. Yo. It's not too bad. Although, keep in mind, TaToH probably has more resources. Go up to the next age. Military is much stronger for TaToH. He has that castle down as well. I mean, there's 2 things that concern me here. It's map control concerns me. Quality of army is what concerns me the most. Mengadai are very strong. Could be countered later in the game by Eagle Warriors, but I don't know if we'll get there. And right now, TaToH taking the economy lead as well. Mr. Yo very late on both saw. Main thing is really how do you deal with these Mengadai Castle Age. TaToH's going to sell some resources, go up to the next age right now. If he can be ahead on the upgrades, then he really doesn't have to fear anything that Mr. Yo has to offer. As far as military is concerned. Mr. Yo could go up to the next age right now, though. I would wall that as quick as you could. Just wait until you get the, I guess, Elite Eagle Warrior upgrade. Where are you going? Are you gonna drop a castle? What are you doing? Another monastery, okay. Oh, why? Imperial Age coming in for both players at about the same time. 1 second difference. Why? You're gonna go full monks versus Mengadai? Is that a thing? I didn't know that was a thing.
Jay?
Okay. Gotta try something different, I guess. Oh, and an archery range, okay. For what, skirmishers? University. And with these choke points, maybe you try Onager. What I would have tried. They stonewall these gaps up. Alright, let's see. TaToH's certainly got a pretty straightforward path right here. He's just gonna go Elite Mengadai and let them do their thing. Yeah, we're gonna get skirmishers. So, at least the skirmishers for the Aztecs are pretty good. They get extra range. They don't get the last armor upgrade, which kind of sucks when you have a unit that has so much attack. Kind of want to be able to negate some of that. Back at home, looking at the economy. Yo's kind of running out of gold. He'll have to transition over here. Gotta pick up another relic though. I don't know, the production's just not there. How can you compete with this army with only 2 archery ranges? That castle might be downhill if Treb's set up. Rams are moving to the south, actually. Again, that army's really not that mobile. These Megadai in this numbers could get through any part of this wall, really. Yeah, Mongol Hussar will be a good addition, yeah. It's just, this army's gonna come out way too slow. You need army right now. I'm gonna go through the palisade and then the house. Surprisingly not, actually, huh? It's interesting. This is a nice little move from Mr. Yo, though. Mr. Yo is showing his opponent Eagle Warriors when clearly he's not investing into Eagle Warriors. I don't know how much of a difference it makes, but it's you kind of want to misinform your opponent as much as possible. It might be something, because if you're going, say if you have, your opponent might think you have 20 Eagle Warriors in your base right now, so you're not going to move in because you might get trapped. Maybe that's why TaToH didn't go in, maybe not. Surprisingly, Mr. Yo is actually pushing in this situation. Gonna take out that castle. TaToH only has 2 castles. That's a nice castle. Gonna defend this trebuchet. We talked about this this area with these resources. I mean, currently Mr. Yo has enough control of this area to really do some damage. TaToH does have a little bit of gold in the back, but he will need this gold later on. Take a look at TaToH's gold. Is he really hurting for gold? Not really. I mean, starting to chop out this gold. This gold will be accessible as soon as this tree goes down. But he's doing okay on gold for now. That castle's nice. It covers that choke point. And, decent amount of skirmishers. This army is just barely formidable enough to thwart off the Megadai. I don't know, I like Mr. Yo's position now. I mean, this position's very nice. Army comp is okay. But I like Mr. Yo's position as long as he can defend from this raid. And these 2 rams make it even harder. Siege ram is coming in. Oh boy. Castle does go down though, so that's 1 castle only for TaToH. How do you defend from this raid though? With siege rams coming in, that siege ram upgrade is huge. Light cavalry could be coming in here too. 3 siege workshops here. This is where I would have liked to see the Eagle Warriors. With 2 siege workshops for Mr. Yo, or what's in the rams? Mega Mills? This is a big problem. This is a problem that Mr. Yo has to address. This is not nice. This will do some damage to TaToH in the future, but for the current moment, this is the bigger threat, as this is all of Mr. Yo's economy. So we have barracks coming up for Eagle Warriors, I assume. Skirmishers made their way over. We're missing that lateral upgrade. This is where that last 2 pierce armor hurts, though. These are pretty weak. Especially if you can add a few light cavalry. No armor upgrades, though. How do you stop these rams? There's no way to stop the rams. I think they have drill now, too. Well, that's the biggest problem for TaToH. I think this is it. I think there's no way to stop this push. Let's push here. Oh, gonna lose all the trebuchets. Maybe. They're gonna run back. Here's the first armor upgrade that'll make these cavalry much more beefy. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the push. There we go. Nice play from TaToH to push at his own base instead of you know, going headlong into this position here. But it was a nice position for Mr. Yo. I wish that Mr. Yo would have invest in the Eagle Warriors much earlier. Skirmishers was not the best decision in my opinion, but he certainly had a good go at it. So that's it. TaToH's going to take the 3rd place. Mr. Yo is going to take 4th place, and whatever cash prize is associated with that. This is the Realms mod. I'll be casting the finals, hopefully if I'm around, which will be Doubt versus Back T. Perhaps I'll be doing some record games from this tournament, since you guys seem to really like it, as we've had really good viewer numbers today. Although quite a few of you have gone to the Doubt versus Viper Best of 21, which I'll be hosting soon. And thanks everyone for joining me today. I'll be back Sunday around this time. Sunday morning for me, midday for you if you're in Europe. And thanks, I've been Nobody. We'll see you soon. And also, give a little nice donation to Death Counter if you could. $1 would be very helpful. Just a lot of people donate $1. So if you'd like to see more of these tournaments are donation run, so go ahead and do that. Thank you.